actually got dressed today, so I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to film the video for you. This is going to be sort of an organizing and decluttering video, but also just because I feel like I am in full-on nesting mode right now. We are currently almost 35 weeks pregnant, and I have a lot to organize in the baby area, like clothes to put away and organize, things to get out for the new baby, putting together things, setting up the baby's room, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully this will just kind of inspire you for decluttering for the new year. So I do have a lot of laundry sitting over here on the bed, but I'm gonna go ahead and start tackling some of the things in our bedroom, which is where we're gonna have the baby set up, and just our little nursery. We don't do a nursery. We usually have our baby in, next to our bed or in our closet. So that's this kind of space that I need to set up. So my kids are at their Mom's Day Out program today, so we have a few free hours to work on this before I need to go pick them up. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm just gonna start by making her bed because I feel like that will kind of set my mind for doing the rest of the room. Let me go ahead and start there. Okay, so we recently moved this from out in the play area. We used to put the toys on it, and if you saw my last video, we moved it here into our room. It's actually a baby changing table, but we've never used it as that. We used to have like a board over the top of it, which I actually need to move the board out, but right now it's kind of just like housing all of the stuff to prepare for birth. Planning on a home birth, Lord willing, that there's no complications. So I have a whole like birthing kit here that I need to organize, go through, and then I also want to just put some baby items like in some of the baskets here so that it's ready to go. So that's the first step. I did get a few newborn diapers just to have, but usually we do cloth diapers as soon as the baby's big enough to fit in them. I don't have any like newborn cloth diapers, so I did get a few packs of newborn diapers just to hold us over until the baby's big enough to use cloth diapers. So I do need to grab that bin down full of diapers. But let's go ahead and just pull out some of this birth kit stuff. I did get a new Haka. I actually didn't use this my first pregnancy, and I wish I would have because I wasted a ton of milk with not having this. So definitely have one of these. And I also grabbed, this kit was like kind of customizable. Like my midwife had a specific kit that you could order from her, but then there were like add-ons. And I got these postpartum herbal infused pads with wings. So I don't know anything about these, but they're 100% organic. Yeah, we need lots of pads after labor. So I have those. And then one other add-on thing that I got is something that some of my friends recommended, especially after you've had a few babies, that your afterbirth contractions, I guess, become more painful with each birth. I remember after my second feeling that was very intense for me. So one of my friends recommended this After Ease for after birth. So I'm gonna try this time, along with doing a lot of raspberry leaf tea. So, my midwife said that can also help relieve those afterbirth pains. So that's something that I snagged as well. So I don't know where really to put all these. Maybe I'll just put it in the drawer. But most of this is just like medical stuff. Something else that my midwife does is she has these afterbirth like baths, herbal after baths to prepare. I mean, yeah, they're kind of like some herbs with Epsom salt in it, and you just kind of soak in it after with the baby. So I get my birth kit from, it's called inhishands.com, and it's a family-owned company that is part of my church. So if you're interested in something like this, go ahead and check out their website. They have some really great natural products that you can add on to your birth kits. One other thing I did get also is this tummy relief. This is from the company Earthly. It's a tummy relief for babies. It has ginger and fennel seed, and you can use it for your babies. So my first daughter had a lot of tummy pains and colicky. She was very colicky, very unsettled, I guess, like had tons of spit up. So I grabbed that as well. So I'm gonna move this, plus I have a whole basket full of postpartum type stuff and pads that I saved from my previous labors. So I'm gonna organize these into the bathroom drawer, I think. One thing I'm actually really excited about having a home birth is to be able to use a heating pad after labor. In the hospitals, they never let you bring a heating pad, I guess because they're a fire hazard and whatnot. So I definitely have this readily available to go. Basket here just has my waterproof sheet in here. So this needs to get on the bed. I'm just gonna lay this over here for now. But now I have at least some baskets that are open that I'm gonna put some, maybe some newborn clothes in and some other baby items. So I'm gonna grab out some of the tubs that are up here in our closet that have all our baby stuff in it. Okay, so this room is very not organized right now, but we have the rocker in here. If you saw my last video, this was a little bit hard to get in the closet. We had to take the door off, but I need to, this right here is the bassinet that we use, so I need to pull this out. These are all maternity clothes that I need to give back to friends that I borrowed them from. This is all clothes here. This needs to come out. This is clothes that my girls have grown out of that I need to put away. But all of this right here is baby stuff. And then up here I have this container, which is my cloth diapers. And then this has like other baby items that I want to pull down. So these two need to come down. Same with the maternity stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I need to give it back to some of my friends, but then also store my own personal maternity stuff. So I'm just going to pull them out and put them in my office for the time being. Okay, so I just went through my bin of cloth diapers. I'm getting rid of a few that are just kind of like the elastic is wearing out, and then also some of these pads are just kind of being worn away and falling apart. And then also these ones I just never used with the girls. So I'm gonna let go of these ones as well. I have plenty that I can use. So I have a good pile of things to get rid of here. Okay, y'all, it's a new day, but I need to head to Target soon and run a few errands, but I wanted to get a few areas checked off, decluttered quick. So I'm going to target this spot right here. This is like our entryway table, and I feel like we end up just like dumping things in this basket here that when I'm looking through it, I'm like, I don't even know how that got there or why that's there in the first place. So I'm gonna go through that, and then I'm going to come into the girls' bathroom for a few things. So this should be pretty quick, you know, like a, I don't know, maybe I should set myself a timer.
Yeah, Ruthie, if you poop, then you have wipes, and if you pee, you have toilet paper.
Okay, so this is what we got. We have a headlamp. I don't know where this even came from and why it's here. Maybe my husband had a reason to have it here at the table. I don't know. We have a garage opener. We don't even have a garage that opens like this. And then we got 2 sets of headphones, a knife, a pen, and some bug spray. I'm gonna move these all to our like little junk drawer here. And then if we need headphones or things, it's all already organized in these drawers. We can grab them. They don't need to be right at the entrance. I'll have to ask my husband about this if he actually wants it here in the doorway. Otherwise, we just have like sunglasses, and we keep tracks here, like if we have solicitors that come to our door. But I kept one knife for my husband at the door, and our keys in his wallet. We also keep a lint roller because we have a cat, and when you go out the door, you don't want to be covered in fur. That's much better. This is like our winter hats and stuff. We don't have much. It doesn't get super cold here, but I'm gonna get rid of these. I had these for a while. These are awesome. But they have holes like all in the thumbs. So I think that's probably time to get rid of those. And Lucy. I think that's pretty much it here for now. Okay, it's really already pretty minimal down here. I have this little like tier system of drawers. It's actually empty though, so I've cleared this out, and I'm probably just gonna leave this here when we turn our house into an Airbnb, so people can use it, I guess. But I have some soap in there for now. That's really all that's under here besides like a washcloth and a hairdryer. I always keep a hairdryer for when people come to stay and visit. But I feel like I had this basket in here and there's nothing in it besides some washcloths. So I think I'm gonna take these washcloths out and put them in this little system, this tiered system, and then I can use this basket for something else, maybe in the baby's room when baby comes. And then also there's another basket that's up higher on a shelf that has some like kids like medicine, I guess, in it, but the basket is way too big for what's actually in there. So I'm gonna try to clear that out as well, and then I can use the basket for something else. So there's one basket clear. So this is the other basket. I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. It's mostly like kids medicine. So maybe I'll just move it to like our medicine box. Or I just need like a smaller basket because I definitely want to keep it up higher so that the girls can't get to it, but I don't need this much stuff. Okay. Girls are at their mom's day out for the day, so I'm going to tackle toys and some things. I know there's a lot of trash and little things that kind of need to get rid of, but we also just need to clear out some toys. I feel like when it's hard for the girls to manage cleaning up their own toys, then there's too much stuff. So we're gonna go through and just see what we can declutter. Plus I had my husband pull out my big tub of clothing for the girls because I have 2 bags of stuff that kind of need to be organized and gone through. So I may do some decluttering of this too. And yeah, let's just get after it. My daughter's journal. Scribbled words. Okay, there's my declutter pile just from this bin. Don't mind the toilet paper. We're in the middle of potty training. Okay, so most of the stuff was trash, but I actually have a whole bag here that I'm gonna get rid of and probably donate. And then I'm gonna go through our closet in our hallway too, because I have some toys that are kind of like rotating toys that I pull out every once in a while that I need to go through as well. So we'll head over there next. Okay, so I'm getting rid of these things. A lot of these I feel like are things that I thought the kids would like, but really just didn't play with. This would be great for when they get a little bit older, like when I'm doing math and stuff, but right now, I think we're just not in that season of life, so we're gonna hand these off. Good morning, guys. I'm still in my jammies, but I'm starting to look through some stuff in my office here to get rid of some more stuff. I have a few camera items here that I'm just not using that I'm gonna get rid of, like this strap. I guess it's like a chest harness. I've never used it. We don't even have a GoPro. We have this little camera here that I think I'm gonna probably try to sell, but it's not really the greatest quality, so I just don't ever end up using it. And with that, there's some accessories for it. This is an extra charger, which I don't use. Some camera accessories. This is a lens, which I'm not using. I pretty much only film on my camera, not like take actual photography. And it's kind of a crappy lens, actually. So I may try to sell it, but I don't know if it's worth anything. So I went through all that camera stuff and I cleared out this tub, which is great because I have some maternity clothes I need a basket for, or bin for. And then here's some other random things that I've gone through the last couple days. We never use these cups and they're kind of, you know, have our initial on it. So I'm going to get rid of those. Some random clothes. I went through like my sewing kit stuff, and I have all these random, I have a whole bag of buttons and I barely do sewing. So these are really cool, and I get tempted to keep things like this, like thinking, oh, maybe one day I would love to sew something. But the likelihood of me actually doing that is very slim. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This, I lost the lid for, so I'm going to get rid of that. Random craft stuff that has been sitting that I'm not going to use. So all of this is going. Pretty frugal people in terms of like the things and the furniture that we've had them probably since we were first married, a lot of our stuff. But with leaving soon to go overseas and turning this place into like an Airbnb / midterm rental, we needed to update some of our stuff to look a little bit nicer, so that we got these nightstands here, which are really nice. They're very minimalist and definitely something that I would like for myself as well. But we also ended up purchasing a new dresser. We have this very old dresser right here. That was my husband's. That we're probably going to just move into one of the other bedrooms to use. But then we have this other big cubby shelf, which I do not like this shelf. I don't like being able to see everything out in the open, but my husband really likes that. So we've been using that for like our clothes. So we want to put the dresser right here in this space, and then this cubby will just like go out into the garage as like a storage unit. So this will not be here, that will not be there. We'll have a new dresser, which I'll show you in a second. I don't really have much to show you of the dresser yet, but it's gonna basically match, my husband's putting it together. It's gonna match the other side tables that we have. Some more bigger furniture pieces that we're decluttering that I probably wouldn't have decluttered them had we not needed to kind of upgrade some of our items just to make it look a little bit more presentable. Okay, so in true nesting fashion, I feel like I'm changing my mind about everything. I'm getting together a hospital bag just in case like we need to go for whatever reason and get to the hospital quickly. It's more just emergency purposes, but I did decide to get rid of this. So I'm gonna actually move all of this into our closet, but I'm actually going to pull out all of our clothes here because we don't have a whole lot of clothes, and our other closets in this house are pretty much all empty. So there's no reason we need to have all the clothes in here and me try to cramp in here with the baby. So I'm gonna open it up a lot and just move all of that into our office closet, give me a lot more space, and then organize some of the baby items into this area. Okay, definitely opened it up a bit in here, but there's not a ton of space. So definitely need to organize a little bit and figure out where I'm gonna put all clothes and stuff without having to put stuff on the top shelf. But yeah, it's a little bit better without the other clothes in here. Got all this cleaned out. It's nice to move all of this stuff out, but it's kind of bittersweet. This is stuff that's served my business, but it's nice to clean out.
Remember this? That was the first design where I split the body of this. Do I have to? Trash it all. Thousands of hours of my life down the drain.
Wow,
look at
that
this
is impressive.
Gap up the sides.
Whoa. Gonna be all cleaned out. We've officially moved all of the inventory, which seems crazy. Something that I started 4 years ago when we were living in El Paso, and yeah, I never expected it to be something that provides financially for our family, but the Lord has really blessed it, and I'm just excited that I don't have to liquidate the whole business. He just provided so much for us to be able to keep it, and I'm excited for the person that I'm handing it off to and hoping that it serves them really well. But I will say that I am so happy to clear out this space. Cleared out that, cleared out the inventory, and I feel like I can finally kind of minimize to the degree that I would like to. We still have a huge pile of stuff in the garage. So let me actually show you guys. Okay, so besides the bike, all this stuff right here, this whole pile is gonna be gone. Plus a lot of this, like this shelving unit is gonna be gone, and this shelving unit is gonna be gone. Our gym equipment will stay here, but it's just gonna be a lot more organized and cleaned out. Yeah, I just feel a lot more, I don't know, this was like one of the big things for me as we're waiting for this baby to come. The baby's due in like 3 weeks. So it's one of those things that I feel like I can really just breathe now, and was probably the biggest nesting task that we ended up doing. I will say that it probably wouldn't have happened had it not been for my husband, because I was, in my mind, I was kind of thinking, oh, you know, that'll happen before we move overseas. But he really kind of kept me to a goal and kept nudging me to move on to the next step in the process. So just really thankful for his help and encouragement in that. Yeah, just feeling ready for this baby to come, ready to meet her, preparing now, I feel like mentally and spiritually for this labor and birth. And I'm just excited to bring you guys along on this process as we're kind of turning this house into a space that can be rented out, leaving our belongings here. You know, we're not taking most of our furniture and stuff with us. So just the packing process of like what that's going to look like to pack to go overseas and what exactly we're taking, because obviously we have to be very minimal in the items that we choose to bring. And then just welcoming our new daughter. So lots of big things coming up, and I hope you guys will follow our journey. If you're not subscribed already, please do so that way you can keep up with what we have going on. I don't know if I've announced where we're going to be moving to yet, but I will do that in the future as well. So yeah, keep watching if you're interested. Thanks guys. See you next time.